Okie dokie. So, super welcome, guys. Today is October 4th, and this is our week of review. Yes, we are going to start reviewing contents from units 10, 11, and 12. Yes, the last units of the book. Yeah, we are finishing book 2. How nice. Congratulations. Congratulations, guys. That's really good. So today we are planning to review units 10 and 11. And on Wednesday, we are planning to review unit 12. All right. So first of all, I'd like to ask if you did the homework. Did you have a chance to do the homework I gave you last class? Do you remember? Let's see the homework. Let's check it out. Let's see what I gave you last week. Yes. Let's see here. So last week, I asked you to do online practice, unit 12.3 and 12.4 and 12.5, right? All right. I also asked you to do page 158. Hi, Manu. Good afternoon. Welcome. Good to see you. So, did you have a chance to do your homework? Do you have any questions about it? No? Okay. Today, as we are going to review, we will have a chance to see if you have anything that you may not have understood or anything that you still need to check again, right? So no problem. Anyway, if you go to Google Classroom, our previous week, last week, you can see the homework assignment, okay? Online practice and also the worksheets, the extra material, right? So make sure this week you do the exercises because then you can study for your test. All right? Good. So now in our class today, so let's move on to our plan for today. As you can see here, I posted some material for you to study. They all belong to the units we mentioned, 10, 11, and 12. All right? So here we have some references concerning grammar, and I also posted some worksheets for you to help you practice. So for us to begin, I'd like to check the last homework I gave you on the book. So that is going to be page 158. So if you have your book, please open your books to page 158. If you don't have the book, you have a copy of that page, okay? Because I sent you via WhatsApp, all right? So let's make it a little bigger. This is the exercise, the review exercise from unit 12, okay? Can you see the page?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's see the first one here. Let's check it out. If you have done, perfect, because then now we will correct, okay? So let's see. Complete the blog post, sorry. Use the words from the box. So here we have storms, reduce, environment, climate, increase, and rise. So before we start, let me go back here again. Do you remember what Unit 12 talks about? What is the topic of Unit 12? Do you remember? If we go here, if we go back to our Google Classroom page, we have here the topics of the units. Can you see that? Here we have Unit 10 talks about performance. Unit 11 talks about experiences. And Unit 12 talks about change. And the first topic is climate change. So it talks about the weather and all the changes that have been going on in the atmosphere because of global warming, pollution, and many other factors. Okay, so the first topic was that climate change. All right, that's the reason why the vocabulary is related to climate change, right? So back to page 158. So let's go there. Hi, Pedro. Good afternoon. Good to see you. So let's see the first activity of this exercise, okay? So complete the blog post. Use the words from the box. So here we have a small paragraph, okay? It says, I think overpopulation is a big problem because it makes change worse. This has several negative effects. First, in temperatures make the ocean level. This causes terrible that kill people and animals. If we want to save we must slow population growth and environmental problems. So now let's find the words that are missing, okay? So let's see the first one here. What do you think? It says, I think overpopulation is a big problem because it makes change worse. What kind of change are they talking about? Do you remember the topic of the first part of the unit? Yes, the topic of the unit is change. And the first part of the unit talks about climate change. All right. So here we should put climate change. Okay? This has several negative effects. First, the in temperatures make the ocean level. So, what do you think? The first thing is, what do you think? We have here the rise, increase. Any idea, guys? Okay. So if you said rise, you are correct. The rise, because this is a noun. Rise means crescimento in Portuguese. Okay? So the rise or crescimento or aumento. Okay? So the rise in temperatures make the ocean level increase. So here it's a verb. It means aumentar, subir. Okay? So increase. So here it's a noun and here it's a verb. After the article, we should use a noun, not a verb. Okay? So first, the rise in temperatures make the ocean level increase. This causes terrible that kill people and animals. So what does it cause? Things like hurricanes, heavy rains. What is that? What can we call that? Storms. Okay, right? So this causes terrible storms that kill people and animals. So storm is the same as heavy rain. Okay? When it rains a lot and it causes destruction. Okay? If we want to save we must slow population growth. Save what here? What can we save here? The environment. All right. Okay, so environment in Portuguese is the same as meio ambiente. Okay, so we have to save the environment. Environment. Okay, so if we want to save the environment, we must slow population growth. Growth is also crescimento in Portuguese, right? So we have to slow population growth. And what do we have to do with environmental problems? Make them bigger or smaller? Smaller. So we have to reduce environmental problems. So, okay, good. Reduce. All right. So let's check the answers. Oh, yes, very good. So here, this is a bug. Actually, this is correct. And the book is giving this as wrong because here, rise is a noun and increase is a verb. So our answers are correct. Okay. So let's see the answers they show here. They put increase and rise. Okay. They inverted here. Okay. The increase in temperatures make the ocean level rise. So they just inverted, but our answers are totally right. The rise in temperatures make the ocean level increase. Okay, so we are going to check it out to see if that is possible because the ocean level is something that is involuntary. It's not something that we can go there and change. It involuntarily changes. So that's what's making the confusion here. So that's why we put rise for the ocean level and increase in temperatures, even though temperatures are also involuntary. So yeah, I will have to check it out, guys. But to my view, we can use rise here and increase here, okay? Our answers are okay here, no problem. Because they both mean the same. They are synonyms, all right? But everything else is correct, okay? Everything else is right. Okay, okay. So let's close this and let's move on to the second part of the vocabulary. Let's see. Complete each sentence with the noun form of the word in parentheses. So what do we have to do here? We have to put a suffix because in this lesson, we saw the topic of suffixes. So we can put shan or meant to transform a word into a noun. Okay, so let's take a look there. Can you see this? Yes, is it visible? Yes, guys, can you see that? Let me make sure everybody can see. Yes? All right, people. Can you see the screen, Pedro? Is it visible for you? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. Annalise, can you see? Is it visible? So let me see. Before we start this, let me take a picture just to confirm your attendance, and then we continue. All right. Let me just save the picture here, and then we go on. Just a sec. All right. I'm saving the picture, okay, guys? Just a moment. Perfect. Okay, guys, picture saved. So let's go back to our page, exercise number 2. All right. So let's see. Complete each sentence with the noun form of the word in parentheses. So we have to get the words in parentheses and change them into nouns, okay? So let's see number 1. I work for a big, I have to put this word here. But look, now I have to add a suffix so it can become a noun. So here, organize is a verb. It's not a noun. So to become a noun, I have to change the word. So here, to change the word, I need to add the suffix shan. So organization. So there, organization. So that's the word. Let me click here. Can you see the word on the yellow bar here on top? Okay, so organization. So I work for a big organization. It has about 1,000 employees. Okay. Number 2, if you want to be a boss, it's important to have good. Now this one here, I cannot add shine. I have to add meant to make this one a noun. So manage at. Okay, there you go. Management. Management skills. Okay. All right. Number 3, the teacher made a lot of on my paper. So how can I transform this verb into a noun? Very good. Correction. Right. A lot of corrections on my paper. Here you can even put in the plural if you want. Okay. Now number 4. I think we're going in the wrong. We should be going north. So how do we change this one? All right, direction. So we are going in the wrong direction. Okay, number 5. There was a lot of in our house this morning because we were packing for vacation. Packing is the same as fazendo as malas. Packing. Packing. Okay? So, of course, there was a lot of excitement. Excitement. When everybody was very happy because we were packing for vacation, right? So let's check the answers. Everything correct, okay? The first one, organization. Number 2, management. Number 3, corrections. And number 4, direction. Number 5, excitement. Okay. All right, people. So let's move on to number 3. Okay. Number 3, we learned about airline vocabulary, like airline announcements. Do you remember? Yes, we saw some airline speeches, what they say when we are on the plane, when we are ready for takeoff, also when we are boarding. Okay, so let's do this. So, write the correct words. Here we have luggage, pilot, passenger, takeoff, gate, and book a flight. It's the same as to reserve a flight. Okay? So let's see the first one. This person flies a plane. So who is this person? Of course, this is easy. Pilot. Okay. So now I'll give you 1 minute to complete the others. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we correct because this is very easy. Okay, guys. So let's try to time this. Okay. You can start. Okay. Time's up. So let's see what you've got. Let's go there. All right, people. So what is the answer to number 2? Come on, guys. I want to hear you. Pedro, Manu, Annalise, come on. Pedro, can you hear me? Ouch. Can you hear me, Pedro? Manu, can you hear me? Let's see. Ah, okay. Very good, Manu. Take off. All right. Excellent. Number 2 is take off. Okay, great, Manu. So let's go there. All right, good. Number 3, you carry this. You carry this when you travel. What do you carry when you travel? Oh, okay. All right, Manu. No problem. Yes, excellent. Luggage. Okay. Yeah, my connection is bad today too. I don't know. I think it's the weather. Yeah, because the weather is not good, so the internet is bad. So it's really bad today. You do this before you travel by plane. What do you do before you travel by plane? What is necessary to do before you travel? Yes, that's right, Manu. Very good. You book. Very good. Book a flight. You make a reservation. Okay, so you can have your seat. Okay. Number five, this person rides in an airplane. Who is this? Who is the person who rides in an airplane? The passenger. Yes. And finally, you wait here before you fly on a plane. Yes, the gate. Okay, good. Just change here. Okay. And check the answers. Okay, everything correct. Perfect, guys. So this vocabulary has to do with airline talk or when you travel by plane. Okay. So you can also go to this vocabulary game online and practice these words. Okay. Now, in terms of grammar, what did we learn in Unit 12? Let's see. We talked about, let me show you our page on Google Classroom so we can see the topics, the main topics. Okay. Let's see if our connection will let us open. All right. So guys, can you see the page on Google Classroom? We have here, as we know, in terms of vocabulary, we talked about um, climate change, using visuals, right? Talking about numbers, overpopulation. Remember, we discussed the idea that the world has a lot of people, okay? And after that, um, we started talking about the grammar. The grammar in this lesson focuses on zero conditional, okay? And also we saw the first conditional is another important grammar point. So the zero and the first. Okay, guys. So let's see if we remember the structure. Okay. Let's see if I have examples of the conditionals here. I don't think I put anything there about it. Oh no, because I put only topics from units 10 and 11, because this is what I was planning to review with you. So no, I don't have anything about unit 12 here, but I will show you on the book, okay? So let's go back to the book. here. All right. Um, if we go here, look, as you can see, after the exercises, we have a part, a section of the book that says grammar focus. I don't know if I sent you, the students who don't have the book, you may have received a copy of the review from the units that we've just finished, 10, 11, and 12. So I don't know if I'll be able to get there. Yeah, maybe not. But this is only from Unit 1, okay, but we don't need to worry about it now. Um, After class, I'll make sure you have received the last units, the review from the last units, okay, the grammar reference. Okay, so first of all, guys, just to remember, the zero conditional we use when we talk about factual things, when we give instructions, when we say something that is always true. For example, if you go out in the rain without an umbrella, you get wet. Simple as that. If you go out in the rain without an umbrella, you get wet. So simple present, simple present. We are going to use simple present in both sentences because I'm describing what always happens in a situation like that. If you go out in the rain, you get wet. If you stay indoors, you stay dry. Okay? So that's how we use the zero conditional. Now, the first conditional is different. It's more possible to happen, but it depends. It depends. And the possibility, the result is more related to the future. So, for example, if I have time today, I will watch a movie. If I have time today, I will watch a movie. So I want to watch a movie. I really want to see, let's put it this way. I want to see a movie, but I can only do that if I have time. If I don't have time, I will not watch a movie. Okay. So the first conditional has the first part of the sentence or the if or the conditional sentence in the simple present and the second clause in the simple future. Okay, so that's the difference between the zero conditional and the first conditional. Okay, so let's see here, guys, the exercises. This one here will show us probably examples of zero conditional. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the verb in parentheses. Number 1, if we don't protect the rainforests, many species, what do you think? What is a possible consequence of that if we don't protect the rainforests? Will not survive. Okay. This, we are talking about a possible result of doing something or not doing something. Okay. What is the possible result? So the possible result is usually in the simple future, okay? So if we don't protect, they will not survive, okay? When there is a bad snowstorm, the airport, now here, this is something that usually happens, okay? It's not something punctual, it's not something special, it's something that happens a lot. It's like routine. When there is a bad snowstorm, what happens? The airport closes. This is what automatically happens, right? So this is the zero conditional. Okay, guys, we have a situation, which is a bad snowstorm, and a typical consequence. The airport closes. It's typical. Okay. So nothing extraordinary. It's just typical. If this happens, this thing happens too. Okay. Simple present, simple present. Okay. So I think there is more. Yes, there is more. So here, number 3, when children, verb to be, in classrooms with older children, they learn from them. So again, they're describing a typical situation. When this happens, this also happens. Okay? So when children, simple present. So when children are in classrooms or in classrooms with older children, they learn from them. Simple present, simple present. So here, number 4, if I business, I'll get a good job after I graduate. Now, the second one is not a typical situation. The second one is a condition. I'll get a good job, of course, only if I study business, right? So the first one here has to be in the simple present, okay? So if I study business, I'll get a job offer after, or I'll get a job after I graduate. If I don't study business, I will not get a job after I graduate. Okay. Here it's more like cause and effect. Okay. All right. So let's check the answers. Okay, everything right. Good. Awesome. Right? So number 5, match the first and second parts of the sentences. So here, look, we have numbers and letters. Okay? We have to match them. So let's see the first one. If I take that job, what do you think happens? Which letter do you think best completes the first sentence? If I take that job, I'll get paid. more money. Yes, that's a good one. It makes sense. Mhm. Okay, so number one, letter B. All right, so let's draw a little bit here. Okay, okay. Yeah, so. Now, number two, when animals don't have enough water, what happens? Of course, they die. Okay, this is what happens. So this is typical. So here, number two, letter D. Okay, good. All right. Number three, if the temperature increases, you see, increase is a verb, like I said before, right? So if the temperature increases, the sea level will rise. Okay, okay, so number three, letter A. Okay, all right. So far, so good. Okay. Number four, if children have options, they learn better. Okay, letter E. All right. All right. And finally, when I'm sick, letter C, I stay home from work. Okay. So this is letter C. Okay. All right, people. So did you get everything? Yes? So here in this exercise, we have examples of zero conditional and first conditional, okay? Here in number one, if I take that job, I'll get paid more money. This is cause and consequence, or cause and effect. This is the first conditional. Number two, when animals don't have enough water, they die. This is the zero conditional. Simple present, because I'm describing a typical situation. This is what happens. Number three, if the temperature increases, the sea level will rise. So this is cause and effect. If this happens, this will happen. Okay, so number four, if children have options, they learn better. So this is a typical situation. If they have options, they learn. If they don't have options, they don't learn. Number five, when I'm sick, I stay home from work. Again, I'm describing a typical situation. So, simple present, simple present. Sorry, guys. So here, it's the zero conditional, okay? So let me just clear this. All right, guys, any questions? Is everything okay? So let's see the answers. Hey, where's, I don't know, they don't want to open the answers. Oh, yes, they are. So let's check out the answers, guys, if the connection permits, right? Let's see. If they don't, it's okay, no problem. Yeah, I think our connection is a bit slow now, so probably we will not be able to see, but everything is correct. Don't worry. Okay. All right. So that's it for Unit 12. Okay. This is the review for actually on page 158. Okay, guys, if you haven't done, now everything is okay. Okay. Now, back to our page on Google Classroom. Let's try to review contents from Units 10 and 11. We may probably not do Unit 11, but let's try to review the contents from Unit 10. Okay, so let's go there. Let me show you that. All right, can you see that, people? Yes? So Unit 10 talks about performance, okay, in many different forms. And they start by describing ing forms of verbs, right? So it's very interesting. They talk about adjectives and prepositions, comparative and superlative adjectives, and so many other points. Okay, we'll be seeing them. So if you have access to the book, you also have access to the platform online. So if you don't have the book, no problem. I will show you the platform. So here, look, this is what the platform looks like. Okay, so here we have the units and I'm just showing you the final. Of course, here we have everything, okay, all the units from wide angle 2, and here we have the topics of each unit, okay, and then here we are going down because our focus is only the final units, okay, guys, 10, 11, and 12. So let's begin here, Unit 10, okay, performance. Let's take a look there. I would like to I will show you just the topics. When you click on the unit, you have some subtopics or subunits. You have the behind the photo, which is the photographer describing the picture that opens the unit, okay? Then you have the first topic, remember, ing forms, then adjective plus preposition, vocabulary. So you have all the subtopics of the units, 10.2, 10.3, 10.4, then 10.5, okay? The other sections, 10.6 and 10.7, are extra. They are usually 10.6 is a game or some games, and 10.7 is review, okay? After the unit, we always have a test. It's separated. So when we finish doing everything, we do the test. And this is what I want to do with you now, to review the most important things. So let's see here. There are 3 activities. In each unit, the test has 3 parts. Part 1, grammar. Part 2, vocabulary, and part 3, English for real. English for real is the video part of the lesson. Remember, when we watch the video and we see the characters from the book, okay? All right, this part is to review the vocabulary and the communicative topics of that section, okay? English for real. So let's see the grammar. It's taking a while because our connection is a bit slow today. Yeah. Let me try to refresh the page, see what works. Let me see. Yes, it's there. Okay, guys, so I will try to zoom in so you can see better. Yes, is it visible? Okay, so let's see, guys. Caillou is nervous about songs he doesn't know well. So we have to choose which verb form to use here. But pay attention. Look, before the gap, there is a preposition. Ah, look at this. Aha. So we know that after a preposition, we must use a gerund. Yes, we need to use the suffix ing if I decide to put a verb. Yes, I have to change the verb. So this one here is impossible. The best answer is singing. Okay, so Tayo is nervous about singing songs he doesn't know well. So let's see number 2. Pietro. Which one here is the best option? Simple, right? Pietro is the subject. It's the third person singular. It's the simple present. I'm describing a habit. So he plays golf on Tuesdays. On Tuesdays is a description of a habit, like a routine. So I have to use the simple present. Okay. Number 3, to what your coach says is very important. And now, pay attention. It's the beginning of a sentence. I'm starting a sentence with a verb. It's possible. Yeah, I can begin a sentence with a verb, but I need to transform this verb so that this verb becomes a noun. It has to get a suffix, ing. so that it can play the part of a subject. Okay, so here, which one is better? Listening or listen? Listening. Okay. Listening to what your coach says is very important. Number 4, I'm working at my running than I did last year, and my results are definitely getting better. Now, here we have um, an adjective to say, actually, an adverb, not an adjective, an adverb saying how I'm working. So it's a comparative adverb. Okay. So I'm working at my running. So now I'm doing more than I used to do before. In this case, the comparative adverb should be harder. Okay. I'm working harder, especially because I have the word then. Look, giving us a tip that here I should use a comparative form. Okay. Number 5, I wasn't feeling very well during my exam, so I did than usual. And now, what should I use? A comparative adjective or an adverb of manner? Yes, comparative adjective. I did worse than usual. Because look, we have the word then, signaling that I should use a comparative form, right? The atmosphere and at the bike race was great. The organizers were then last year. Look at the word then. Yes, it's flag posting here that it's a comparative form. So more friendly. Okay. Now I drank a lot of water and I ran as a result. Now I need to put an adverb of manner. How did I run? So I ran well as a result. Okay. Going to the theater is as fun going to a concert. Here, it's a comparative of equality. I'm saying that both activities are the same because the verb is affirmative. So I'm saying that going to the theater is fun and going to a concert is also fun. Both are fun. So in these situations, what should I do? If I use the construction as plus adjective, I have to repeat the word as. Okay? So going to the theater is as fun as going to a concert. Okay. Number 9, the seats in your car are comfortable than those in mine. Ooh, check it out. We have the word then again. So it shows here we should use a comparative form. So let's go. Which one should I use? Which one here is comparative? Less or the least? The first one, less, because the least is not comparative, it's superlative. Okay, guys, I don't use superlative with the word then, okay? So it's the first one. The seats in your car are less comfortable than those in mine. And finally, number 10, that book is least interesting book in my bookcase. You should read a different one. So here we have the word least. What should I use? The article. Okay. That book is the least interesting. Okay. The superlative. Okay. All right, people, let's check the answers. Yay, everything correct. All right, people. Okie dokie. If you want, if you don't have the book, you can print screen, okay? Because this is the first part of Unit 10 test, okay? Let's try to do the next activity. Look, this is quick. I think here we only have 10 questions. This is very quick. Let's do this. Number 1, my best friend Amy and her family are all music. This is adjective plus preposition. So how do I say when someone likes music? Interested in. So my best friend Amy and her family are all interested in music. They like music. Okay. Number 2, Amy's father is a great performer. He never gets singing and playing instruments in front of other people. So if he is a great performer, what happens to him? Does he get nervous? No, he never gets nervous about singing. Okay. Number 3, Amy is very her father because he does a lot to help others in the community. So Amy is very proud of her father. To be proud of is the same as ter orgulho de, se orgulhar de alguém. Okay? So Amy is very proud of her father because he does a lot to help others in the community. Number 4, Amy's father's concerts are other performances because the group uses unusual instruments like plates and cups to make music. Very good. Different from, okay? Number 5, anyone can join the music group. It isn't necessary for people to have experience. Number 6, we were standing right in front of the, so we got a great view of the performers. Stage. Yes, great. Lisa is going to see a performance of her favorite band live, a live performance. Okay. Number 8, the were preparing their instruments below the stage. So the musicians, okay, because they play the instruments, so the musicians were preparing their instruments below the stage. Number 9, we sat in the theater waiting for the show to start. Number 10, here's a photo of my cousin at a fashion show. She's a model. All right. So, all right. All right, guys. Yes, everything correct? Okay, guys. So next class, we will do the other 2 tasks, okay? We will finish this one because there is one more part to finish here. And then we will do the tasks for units 11 and 12, okay? Let me take you back to our page on Google Classroom. Can you see that? Yes? So here, people, if you want to, if you have the book, you can do the online practice and you can already finish the test, unit 10 test, okay? No problem. So here you have gerunds after prepositions. Look, I posted here a worksheet for you to do so you can practice that, okay? All right, guys. So get ready for our review, okay, guys, on Wednesday, because we're going to close everything, wrap it up. So today we started reviewing. We did the homework correction from Unit 12, and we did the first part of the review from Unit 10. Okay. So let me stop here the presentation. Let me see who is here today. Yes. So guys, thank you so much for today. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Annalise. Thank you, Manu. And who else is watching the video from home or wherever you are? Thank you so much for watching and study for your test. Okay, guys, don't forget, if you're watching the video, don't forget to do the exercises on the book, take a picture and send me the picture on WhatsApp. All right. So guys, thank you very much for today. See you Wednesday. Don't forget. Okay. Bye-bye. See you. Thank you. Bye-bye, guys. Bye. Bye, people.